Wilson, who ends up with it about midfield. Gives off to Matea. Now it's Lamentier trying to go for it. Now it's Pearson with it. Defended by Wilson. Pass deflected by Matea. Well, now playing defense. Now it's Olek with the throw in. Deflected now. Ocean City still has it. It's Bowman. Plays up to Goodman. And a one-on-one with Wilson. Crossfield pass here. Carr scoops it up.
All right, Adam. Joining you. Sorry for everybody for the technical difficulties. Thank you for kind of basically doing radio for the last 15 minutes. But, yeah, that's what happens when the camera works the entire pregame, and then right as the game's about to start, it decides to not want to connect anymore.
That's what happens.
So that's something we will have to fix before Winslow, I guess, is our next home game. Adam, why don't you give us a quick recap on the first two goals? Because I kind of missed them as I was trying to fix the camera.
So basically it was Kaluzzi on the first, right place at the right time, gets it past the keeper, make it 1-0. And then it was Whalen with a deep shot for about 10 yards out, and that'll make it 2-0. So now it's Kaluzzi with it. Scoreboard doesn't say it, but Ocean City's been playing some good defense so far. So now it's Matea who has it. He's stopped. Ends up with Peraza. Wilson plays it back to Ostrander. Now it's Frankie Brown. Keeps it in bounds. Almost had it. Now it'll be an Ocean City throw-in. If you tuned in last year, you'd tell that a lot of different names are being said today. A lot of seniors last year have now graduated, few transfers, and now there's an entirely different starting lineup, basically. Only a few returning players.
Yeah, really, I guess that's the only one transfer that I can think of in Mike Campanaro, who will be featured in this game. You do have Elijah Ostrander, who joined. He's been in the school for the past 3 years, but he was one of those MLS Next guys. So he did not play until this year, kind of like how Drew Davis joined late and Jake McGowan. Ooh, dummies it.
What a save.
That was a nice little dummy there from Kaluzzi. Let it right to Frankie Brown. But, yeah, good save by the Ocean City keeper. But, yeah, so Elijah joined in. And then you have a lot of guys like Bryce Wilson was kind of fighting with that Nick Sardi for that starting spot last year, but he picked up a couple injuries, as sometimes when you're trying to get minutes. So he's kind of a new face. Isaac Pereza was on the JV. Luke Whelan was on the JV. Good shot from that.
And now it's Matea with the goal. Top left corner. He ended up with the ball and made the opportunity. It's 3-0 Hermits.
Yeah, Matt Mateja, another one of those who was played, but, in that crowded midfield, we had Fisher Brogan, really a ton of other players for the Hermits last year that, minutes were tough to come by. But now, little Matt Mateja, as a junior, stepping in, scoring. I think he's going to be great for the Hermits this year. I mean, don't take a look at his size and undervalue him. I think he's going to be a great player for the Hermits this season, as evident by his goal right there.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, look at the field right now. You figure, like I said, Lamentier, obviously one of the Hermits' top goal scorers. Kaluzzi, one of the Hermits' top goal scorers last year. But outside of that, you had Frankie Brown, who was a starter, maybe halfway through the year. So Frankie's a familiar face. But Luke Whelan, who's out there in the midfield, was on JV. C.J. Phillips had a lot of JV last year, kind of the end of the bench varsity guy. Will Wall, same as Matt Mateja. Didn't have a ton of time to get on with a lot of the seniors last year. But it's kind of one of those.
19th minute.
one of those. The Hermits are fortunate to be able to reload, not rebuild, in that Matt and Will all would have been able to play for a lot of teams last year. Just happened to not be a ton of minutes for the Hermits, but now this year they're looking to make their mark.
Yeah, a ton of seniors last year, but it doesn't look like they've lost a step as they're undefeated so far to start this season. So the ball is launched into the bleachers there on that out of bounds. Now it'll be the Ocean City Red Raiders, who are 3-1 so far this season. Started off 0-1, then picked up 3 in a row.
Yeah, I mean, this maybe has cooled off a little bit in the last few years, but this used to be like the biggest rivalry in the Cal was Prep Ocean City, especially when it was 2 divisions. A lot of times Ocean City would be one, Prep would be in the other. They kind of played that little Cape Atlantic League Championship. Now you got 3 divisions. They'll do a full tournament. Ocean City did beat the Hermits one of the first, I think the second year of the Cal tournament, and then they were able to they will take that home, but ever since then it's been kind of a lot of the Hermits and maybe like EHT as the other like top team in the Cal, and then Hamilton's really come on the last couple years. So it's good to get they're in the same division. They'll be playing each other twice a year, but you're really kind of hoping to get back to that time where it was Prep Ocean City in the regular season, Prep Ocean City in the Cal tournament, Prep Ocean City in the Coaches Cup, where it really kind of makes that rivalry fierce.
Yeah, when you see an opponent so much, it kind of just builds over the course of those games. So now it's a corner kick. Now it's out of bounds. Almost had it. Now it's Carr, one of the returning players here for this Hermits team. He was a junior last year, starting goalkeeper for basically the entire year, where the Hermits did not trail for over 1,000 minutes of play.
Yeah, I think it was second team All South Jersey according to the coaches' vote, or the Coaches Association. So he's got a good chance to be first team. The one thing I think kind of hurts him a little bit in some of those nominations too is the Hermits were so dominant on the ball for stretches of the season last year. He doesn't get those stats. You know what I mean? Like,
right.
He's not asked to make too many saves, but he makes them when he is. So, like, you might be like, oh, this kid's got, double the amount of saves of Matt. And it's like, okay, but just because he doesn't face a ton, he's got a better team in front of him, doesn't mean he's not the best goalie in South Jersey.
Right. It was sort of like the eye test compared to actually watching the game. Ocean City trying to make a push there, goes out of bounds. That's Ocean City with it again, played by Willen. Gives off to Lamontier. Gives it back to Peraza. Now it's Frankie Brown on the left side. Plays it forward to Caluzzi, out of bounds, but will stay Hermit's ball.
Yeah, so the Hermits kind of balanced this year in terms of, like I said, they had a lot of seniors last year. On the field currently, before this substitution, but before the substitution you had basically 5, it was 3 sophomores, 5 juniors, 3 seniors, which kind of rounded out. And as you see, Gabe Byers sub on. Senior as well, so that kind of mixes the numbers in a little bit. But you see the kind of balanced classes. Hermits have like I said, good send the other way, but cleared away by Ocean City. Hermits have kind of a balance with the classes, so you're not going to lose too much, going from one year to the next, as they're able to kind of keep the the talent going. Ball right outside the box. He was close to giving up a PK there, Adam.
Right? You don't see handballs too often, though.
No, it's almost like a step outside the box. I know sometimes the gray lines might be a little tougher to see on the camera, especially when we're using the huddle camera today, since the other ones decided to crap out on us. But that is not even a yard, probably like a foot from my vantage point right outside the box. And that's the correct call. Well, sometimes you have those refs that just basically like, I don't want to give a PK, let me get outside. That's pretty accurate. But that was a lucky break there for the Ocean City.
Now it's Frankie Brown Matea has it, looking for his second, and it's deflected away. Hermits will stay with it now. This time from the corner. It'll be Frankie Brown and Will Law over there. Now it's Brown. It's a high one. Caught by Fuller.
Yeah, a little too close to the keeper. I mean, basically right along the end line. Easy scoop for them.
Now it's Byer with the play. He just got checked in. It's out of bounds. Now it's the throw in for Ocean City. Now it's Law. He sails it high. Now it's Fuller who has it. Gives it off now. It's Peraza trying to find his teammates here. Gives it back to Law. That's Frankie Brown in a one-on-one there. It's a deep shot, scooped up by Fuller. Fuller with a deep throw here. It's going to go to Chase Bowman if Matea can't catch up to it. He does. He's got good speed. Now it's Bowman. A little bit of a tangle up there with Goodman as he gives it to Goodman. Plays it across the field now. It's a Benson, but it goes out of bounds.
Yeah, I mean, that's probably the most, again, I kind of missed the first 10 minutes of the game, but that's kind of the most threatening Ocean City seemed so far. They had a good little 1-2 play. They got a little lucky was the ball kind of, I think, clicked off of Matt Mateja's cleats right to Bowman on the one, tackle. But they kept with it. They made a couple passes, and that was a pretty good switch. You know, that kind of ball swung over to the other side of the field, but the forward on Ocean City not quite able to handle it. So they're going to need some more play looking like that if they want to fight back into this game.
I mean, 26 minutes into it, down 3 goals. It's a pretty tall task to come back from. So that's Peraza with it. Gives it back to Phillips. Ocean City with the stop there. So it's Guyan with it. Plays it back.
Yeah, you're right. It is a tall task, especially with a team like the Hermits who don't concede often. So, you'd be hoping to score 3 goals would be a lucky day, against the Hermits most outings. Now you got to get 3 goals and not concede again. So, you're right. It is a tall task, but like I said, Ocean City's seen a bit more of the ball here in the last couple minutes. So, we'll see if they can't try at least pull a win on 1 or 2 back.
Yeah, and the Hermits so far have no goals allowed, I believe. So, in their first 4 games, not allowing a single goal. Now you have to get 3 on them.
Don't jinx it for us.
Almost did.
Yeah.
Safe play there from Phillips.
Yeah, good. I think great through ball there. Good aggression by Matt Carr to come out, and he got I think he kind of tried to chip it over him a little bit. Matt got a piece of it, kind of like stopped the ball, deflected a little bit, and I think Elijah was the one. Couldn't tell if it was Elijah or CJ, but the first ones to get over there and just clear that out of bounds. So good job by Carr to come over, kind of affect the play, get a piece of it, really not let that ball go too far towards goal.
Now the Hermits got to lock up on defense here as Ocean City is pretty much the closest that they've been so far this game.
It's one thing in these games, like we were talking about, where Ocean City got to fight back into it. The one thing you can't have as St. Augustine is complacency. You know what I mean? You get those 3 goals, just like, all right, this is it. Game's over. We won a lot of games so far this year. You don't want to just start riding on your coattails. You want to make sure you keep the foot on the gas and keep, pushing forward.
Right. As during the course of that, sophomore Baron Taylor checked in, number 2. Or excuse me, George Henry checked in. That's Ocean City who has it. Playing it slow now. Up the field. Goes off to Bowman. Bowman trying to play it forward now, but was basically a 1v3 there.
Yeah, Bowman looking like Ocean City's best player right now. He's having a good game. Not too far away with Lincoln from another, like another one or two of his players really creating some chances for Ocean City.
Now it's Matea, plays it up, but it's stopped. But Lamontier ends up with it. He's going to let it go out of bounds.
I wonder if the Hermits have anybody for a big throw this year. I haven't seen. I saw their EHT game. I'm assuming Matt doesn't have that long throw into the box like Fisher Brogan did last year. Yeah, the Hermits go short.
That's Matea in a one-on-one in the corner. Lamontier trying to play multiple defenders at once here.
That's the Hermits.
A little bit of a bump there by Peraza. Goes out of bounds. Hermits retain possession now.
Yeah, Isaac came in, hit the ball right off the defender's shins for Hermits throw.
Oof. Great pass there from Matea. Ends up at the right place. Will Law just couldn't get it in there. Pretty difficult play to make there, however. As it's Fuller, he waits for his offense to get set now. Loads up now and sends it away. Looks like it'll end up with Peraza. Tries to play it forward to Byer.
Ooh, good flick there from Lamontier.
Now Lamontier getting a little bit physical there with Colin Barrick.
Yeah, that'd be a little skill move to start that as he kind of just popped that ball over his head. Maybe a little too, over the defender's head. Maybe a little too high as the Ocean City defender's body to get the ball, which drew the foul.
Right. As now it's Fuller, who's pretty far away from his goal now. They're looking for a big kick to try to send this across midfield, and they will. Ryan plays it to Barrick. As Mike Campanero has checked in for the Hermits, sophomore.
And he's a sophomore transfer from Haddon Heights.
Now it's Lamontier. Now it's Peraza who has it. Trying to find a man, he will. It's Henry. Gives off to Phillips. Gets it across midfield. Chasing after it is Wilson, Ryan Wilson, and it'll go out of bounds.
Yeah, Hermits were seemed like a half a step off. You know, I mean, even on the overlap that Henry was laying it off to Phillips, it was everybody's kind of waiting a half a second. Good defensive pressure there offensive pressure there from Calusi, trying to make Ocean City make a mistake.
Earlier in this game, stop there from Taruso on Ocean City, as it is out of bounds. Prep's last game was a bit of a close one. They beat Mainland 1-0 off of a Bryce Wilson goal in the 65th minute. Closest game so far this season.
Yeah, those games away from home against tough Cal opponents, it's kind of, a win's a win. Ooh,
Calusi trying to get something going here. Deflected, still trying to get something going. It's a high kick there from Campanero.
Oh, yeah, like I was saying, any win against a team like Mainland is a good win. I know the Hermits have been scoring, 2, 3, 4, 5 goals in the games before. But, away from home against a tough Mainland team who's going to play give you all they got, I'll take a 1-0 win.
It is out of bounds now, once again. A couple of consecutive out of bounds there. Hermits get a week off, however, after this game. Their next game is on the 23rd against Vineland, which is also at home, which will be streamed here. As it's Phillips, plays up to Henry. Now Calusi in a one-on-one. Trying to get separation. Ton of physicality there from Chumakaris. He tries to reason with the official here. kind of explaining to him what happened there.
Yeah, I guess he's going to say Kaluzi went down. Easy. Kaluzi's going to say, hey, I got the ball, and you're kind of pulling me back by the shoulders. Like, I can't really have too great of a touch when you're doing that. So the referee gives a foul, and the Hermits will have a free kick just about 18 yards, 25 yards out.
Interesting formation here, as it's Kaluzi. What a save.
Yeah, the Hermits will run those kind of trick plays sometimes, trying to get everybody distracted. So it ended up being just a normal shot from Kaluzi, but they like to throw those wrinkles at you because if you don't try and defend, those short little balls to the runner, right out the set piece, then you could give up one. And then the next time you might just pass it down the line. The Hermits might get a good shot. And so in that mass confusion, maybe you get the goalie's kind of trying to see if they're going to pass it or not. Kaluzi rips a shot, trying to get any advantage they can get.
Now it's Ocean City trying to notch a goal here in the 5 minutes that's left in this first half. That's Campanaro who ends up with it. Now it's Ocean City with Taruso who has it. Taruso with it once again. Gives it back to Barrick. Now Goodman has it. Plays it to Bowman. Back to Barrick. Now it's Bowman with a deep shot. Carr lines up and scoops it up there. Carr had a lot of time to get prepared for that one. So Strander, who plays it to Wilson. Now it's Campanaro. Byer gets the deflection there, but Ocean City still has it. Now it's Bowman once again. Stopped by Wilson. Out of bounds. So it's Chuma Karras now. Campanaro with the header there. Back out of bounds. Chuma Karras will try it again. Short throw here. Tries to flick it over Campanaro's head. Goes out of bounds. Roughly 3 minutes left. It's Carr who will make a short kick here to Ostrander. Ostrander gives it off to Henry.
Yeah, 2 minutes.
Gives off to Conti. Plays up to Lamontier.
Switch. They got some guys open. Ooh, he tries it. Tries with the outside of his foot. Doesn't quite get through the Ocean City midfield.
Almost had it there. He saw the open man. I believe that deflected off Dom's head there. It's Conti. Gives it to Whalen, who already has a goal so far in this game. His second of the season. As it's Goodman now up the left side. He's defended by Peraza. Wilson coming in. Big collision there. Goes out of bounds. It is a corner kick now for Ocean City with 1 minute to go.
I remember in high school soccer, when the time runs out, the time runs out. So, it's not like, like out of time, wait till they clear, wait till this, offensive possession ends. You got exactly 47, 46 seconds left before the end of this half.
There's no stoppages either.
Yeah, only if the referee stops for like an injury or something. Good shot.
Carr bobbled it there.
Yeah.
Almost with 30 seconds remaining, Ocean City almost put a dent in this Hermits lead, but Carr ultimately with the save there.
Yeah, that was a good rip from the Ocean City forward, even if it was a little bit right at Carr, but it was hit so well and so hard that Carr bobbled it for a second. And Ocean City was doing a good job almost, following up the shot, where they almost got the rebound when Carr kind of juggled it for a second.
10,
Luckily for the Hermits,
9,
they got escaped with no goal.
7, 6,
So Ocean City will try to get
4,
something here, but
3,
ultimately it
2,
is stopped.
1.
And we will
0.
head to halftime. Hermits 3 off of 3 separate goal scorers. Kaluzzi, Whalen, and Matea. At the 40-minute mark, 3-0 Hermits. We will see you on the other side for the second half.
Then is a
as we are back here in Richland as the Hermits, with a 3-0 cushion, start the second half. It will be Ocean City possession. I'm Adam Lewis, joined by
Aiden Flanagan.
a little bit of a switch up here. We did have Mr. Rumel up here in the first half. Now it's Aiden Flanagan with me, as the wind is blowing from east to west, so favors the Hermits. Now it's Whalen. Plays off to Matea. Matea coming up the right side. Gives off to Peraza. What a fit. Offsides. Lamontier had a clear shot at the goal there. Called offsides, however.
Yeah, a few times today, Lamontier's been caught offsides. Maybe getting too anxious to get that goal, but
So now it's Fuller. Gives it off. It's Bowman who has it, who, although Ocean City has not had too much stats on offense, yet Bowman has really made an impact on the offensive and defensive side of the ball. Now it's Matea with the throw, and it'll be a short one. Gives off to Peraza. Now it's Ocean City with a throw in. It'll be Guyan. It's Whalen who steals it from him, however. Ocean City does end up back with it. Now it's Goodman who plays it back. Far kick there. Carr scoops it up. Falls to the ground, however. Now it's Carr waiting for his offense to get set here to throw it back out. He wants them to go deep. Carr with a huge punt there. Goes about 30 yards. Now it's Law. Plays it up to Frankie Brown. Going for it. He's got one man to beat here. Stops on a dime. Gets in front of him. Frankie sails it high. Frankie had the opportunity there to make it 4-0. Just a little bit over the net. Now it's Bryce Wilson. Sifting through the defenders. Gives off to Guyan. Ocean City now has it. Plays it back. Guyan with it once again at midfield. Dom's tripped. As now Law plays it to Matea for the Hermits. Now it's Caluzzi, who already has a goal so far in this game in the 8th minute. It's out of bounds. Now it'll be a throw-in for Matea, who also has a goal in the 19th minute. Never mind. He gives it off to Phillips, who will throw this one in. Now Phillips. Jump ball there for Wilson. He doesn't end up with it. Phillips trying to get after it now. Phillips tries to get it through to Caluzzi or Brown there. He's not able to. Goes out of bounds. It'll be a corner kick now for the Hermits. It'll be Frankie Brown to do the honors. Huge opportunity here for the Hermits to perhaps make this a 4-0 game. Now it's Law. It's Frankie Brown do the honors. It's a little short one there. Law tries to get it through. It's off the post. So close there. Looked like it went in on my end, but it did go off the post. As now Wilson tries to walk it off. He was tripped there. Wilson is limping, however. as it'll be Phillips on the throw-in. We'll monitor Wilson. So now it's Lamentier coming from the left. Tries to play it to Calusi, but what a deflection there from Brendan Gallagher. Another corner kick for the Hermits. Same two, Frankie Brown and Will Law. Will they play it short again, however? They will. It's Law. Now it's Frankie. Tries to get it through now. Law with the opportunity. Offsides. It went in, but they called it back. Offsides on Will Law. What a play there from the Hermits, however. As it's Fuller. Ocean City making a push now. They're having a fast-paced offense. Slows it down a little bit. Wilson able to get to it. There's Lopez back with it. Ocean City slows down the pace now. Takes their time. Now it's Ostrander with the stop. Carr has to chase after it. Off target. Goes out of bounds. One of the best plays offensively so far today for this Ocean City team.
Yeah, Ocean City hasn't really got a lot of offensive time, offensive pressure onto this Hermits defense. Like you said, it's their first real offensive pressure they've given. But that's just showing how good this Hermits defense is.
Now it's Wilson. Plays it past midfield, trying to get to Calusi. Calusi's chasing after it. Won't get to it. As Lamentier is tripped there by Chumakaris. Chumakaris will kick it in now for the Red Raiders. Matea giving chase. He will end up with it. Now Ostrander out of bounds. It'll be Ocean City to throw it in. They're going at a fast pace. Gives it to Bowman. Bowman working on Peraza. Out of bounds once again. This time it'll be Hermit ball. Now it's Wilson. Stops it on a dime. Far kick now. Tries to get to Calusi. It's a bit short. Now it's Matea. Calusi's tripped. Hermits stay on offense due to the call. Referee did see that one. As now it'll be Ostrander to do the honors. It's a deep kick now. Plays it to Lamentier, who off of his head. Now Ocean City pushing it forward. Nice stop by Wilson there. Gives it off to Matea. Ocean City back with it. It's Marin with it, gives it off. What a stop there from Phillips. Phillips has options. He's at the middle of the field now. Tries to play to Calusi, but is deflected. Now Matea with the defense. Law has it. Plays it forward to Frankie Brown. There's Brown. He's got open space now. He will shoot, and it's deflected. Almost deflected it in there.
Hermits have been putting really good pressure on this Ocean City defense. Already scoring 3 goals in the first half, especially early in those first couple minutes.
Yes, this Hermits offense is always shown to be good, even last year, although they do have a lot of new faces, but they still have some of the same strategies as last year. If I was coaching against this Hermits team, you would not want to let this Hermits team get ahead, because once they get ahead, they're not looking back. Now it's Frankie Brown on the left, working on his defender. Now it's Law, who has a shot. It's deflected. Still in play, however. Wellen was going for it. Could not get to it. So now it's Ocean City, who has a fast break now. It's Bowman. He has a lot of space to work with. This Hermits defense trying to recover, however. It's now deflected by Ostrander. Frankie Brown. Good defense there from Ostrander and Frankie Brown. Hermits will have possession here. It will be Matt Carr, who was a exceptional goalkeeper last year. And so far this year, Matt Carr has also been exceptional.
Yeah, this year Matt has 11 saves, and he has had no goals allowed for this season. So, I mean, you could say he's doing pretty good this season.
Yes, one of the seniors on our team that has changed. The team has changed a lot. Is now it's Carr. He's got to put his skills to the test here. It's in. The announcer's jinx. Ocean City makes it a 3-1 game. Goal scored by Joey Goodman, the senior. That is Goodman's third goal of the season.
Ocean City goal scored by number 21, Joey Goodman. Goal scored in the 52nd minute. Ocean City goal, Joey Goodman, 52nd minute.
That was an exceptional play from Goodman there. Now Law trying to recover from the lost point in their lead there. Now Ostrander made the stop there. I don't even think he realized it. Now it's Phillips trying to work on his defender here. Ostrander gets it past, working it past about the 50 yards away from the goal there.
Now subbing on for the Hermits is number 12, Gabe Byer, for number 6, Will Law.
Byer does not start, however. He does make a huge impact here on this Hermits team. And one of the returning players from last year. He did not see too much time, however, last year because there was a lot of players competing for a lot of spots on this team. We had a very deep roster last year. We have a very deep roster this year, too.
Yeah, last year there were 18 seniors and just a bunch of new faces you'll see competing for a spot, trying to uphold what those guys last year did for this Hermits team.
Yeah, a lot of the goal scoring was accounted for those seniors also. We had some Calusi, we had some Lamontier in there who have led this Hermits offense so far. But so far, the Hermits have done a great job just retooling and figuring out, okay, we've got a lot of new guys. How are we going to make this work? And they've made it work.
Yeah, also the new guys have very deep shoes to fill.
As it's deflected off Bowman's head there. Play is still live. As Matea plays it upfield to Calusi. Now it's past midfield. Lamontier keeping it in bounds. Not for long, however, as it goes out of bounds. So now it's Matea. So Whalen gives off to Lamontier. Tries to play it forward to Calusi. Calusi can't get to it fast enough. So now it's Fuller with the deep shot. Peraza tries to play it. However, it does end up in Ocean City's hands. So now it's Byer. Gives it to Lamontier. Lamontier making chase for it. He will end up with it. Lamontier playing it from the right side. Deflected. Now it's Whalen who ends up with it. Gives off to Matea. Fuller with the save there. Frankie Brown was there if Fuller did not end up with it. "55 minutes have elapsed so far. For those who have just joined us, the Hermits have gotten this 3-1 lead on 3 early goals in the game.
Yeah, Calusi with the first goal in the 8th minute. Whelan with the second goal in the 10th minute. And Mateo with the goal in the 19th minute. And Ocean City just scored their first goal in the 52nd minute.
So now it's Barrick. He will throw it in now. So now it's Peraza surveying his options. Gives off to Wilson. Gives off to Ostrander. Now it's Phillips with it. Plays it back to Carr. Carr gives off to Wilson. Wilson plays it forward to Matea now. Matea creeping up the right side. Plays it forward to Lamontier, who has a few defenders in front of him. Tries to get it through to Frankie Brown. He can't get it there. The punt from Fuller. Phillips with the header. Ocean City has it now. Byer making a play on the ball. Whalen with the steal. Matea has it. Now it's Phillips. And the kick is out of bounds. Last touch by Whelan, so therefore it will... Never mind. The official says it was last touched by Ocean City, so it will be Hermits' ball. Another out of bounds there. So now it'll be Phillips to throw it in. As now it's Gabe Byer coming in from the left side. And it is out of bounds. It will be Ocean City possession. As it's Fuller into the winds. Ocean City trying to make a push here. 58 minutes have elapsed so far. With roughly 20 minutes left in this game, how do you see Ocean City playing this. How do you think that Ocean City could come back?
Sorry. Well, I think they just need to take their time. They saw a goal come to them if they take their time and put that pressure on them and start to build it up. But you have 20, like you said, you have 20 minutes left. It's crunch time now. You got to start going hard. You got to start playing offense really hard. Got to start playing better defense. And I think that's all the script goes. I think you just need to play better offense, better defense, and the goals will come to you.
Right? It is very difficult to get a goal on this Hermits defense, however. I mean, this is the first goal they've allowed so far this season, and they went over 1,000 minutes last year without trailing. So it goes to show how impressive it is to even score one now. As it's on sides now, it's Bowman. What a stop from Carr! Carr's hyped up after that one. He had the one-on-one with Bowman. Matt Carr saved us once again from announcer's jinx. One of the best goalies in the state of New Jersey. As now it's Byer. Tries to get to Calusi. He can't get it there. As it will be a Hermits throw in. Never mind.
I think that shows you with Matt Carr. If your defenders ever get dusted, you always have a great last defense resort, especially in Matt Carr. He can hold that pressure. He could do anything he put his mind to. And right there you saw how great of a goalkeeper he is.
I mean, to my recollection last year, it was a thriller in PKs versus Vineland, I believe. And Carr, he held his own in that, and Hermits came out with a win. I believe it was Lenape, actually, not Vineland. Now it's Bate up the right side. Is now Ocean City with another opportunity here. Good play from Carr. Carr has to retreat back to his goal, however, as Ocean City's knocking on the door right now. Good defense there from the Hermits, making Ocean City retreat all the way back past midfield. Now the Hermits with it. Calusi has it. Plays off to Peraza now. Now it's Byer surveying his options. Gives it to Frankie Brown. He has Whalen up the middle. Takes it himself. Tries to get through to Lamontier. Gives off to Calusi. He has back turn to the goal. Byer with the strike. Wide left. I believe it was deflected.
Looked like they tried to go to do a deflection into the goal, but just kicked the wrong way.
Now it's Fuller. Ocean City has a pass midfield. It's a one-on-one now. Phillips on the defensive end, and he will win the one-on-one. Ocean City now with another opportunity. He gets past Ostrander, and Carr with the sliding save. So now it's Carr from about the 10-yard line in football terms. Now it's Ostrander. Waiting for his offense to get set. It's a deep one. Played by multiple Ocean City defenders. Now Frankie Brown has it. Whalen gets it through now to Matea. Can't get to it. As Byer tries to make a save there. Back to Ostrander. And it will be Ocean City possession. As it's Phillips. Good stop there from Byer. And it is ultimately back to Fuller's hands.
Coming back onto the field is number 6, Will Law.
And subbing off for the game is Luke Whalen, which Gabe Byer came in for Will Law, and now Whalen subs out for Will Law coming back in. A little bit of position change there. "65 minutes have elapsed so far. Roughly 15 left in this game. As there's an injured Ocean City. Clock has not stopped. It is Colin James who is down. Clock has stopped. Looks like James is all right, however. I believe he got hit in the face.
And it'll be a yellow card for Gabe Byer.
Ladies and gentlemen, caution has been shown to St. Augustine's number 12, Gabe Byer. This booking occurs in the 66th minute.
So Gabe Byer gets the caution there for the questionable play. Gabe Byer will be subbed off. It'll be Whalen who checks back in. Waiting for the referee's signal. As it'll be Gaia now for Ocean City. A little bit of a tie-up here, seeing who ends up with it. As Phillips plays it forward to Calusi. Calusi's got one man to beat now. And he is stopped. Great opportunity there for the Hermits and Mike Calusi. As it'll be Ocean City possession now. Ostrander gives it to Whalen. Whalen gives it to Frankie Brown. Frankie Brown plays it forward to Calusi. Calusi can't get to it, however. So now it's Frankie Brown up the left side. Surveying his options. He does give it off to Calusi. Calusi sends it to Lamontier. Lamontier giving chase, but it ultimately goes out of bounds. As now it's Carr. Hesitated for a second there, but he does ultimately send it off to Lamontier, but does end up with Whalen. As it's Frankie Brown on the left side, surveying his options now. Gives off to Will Law. Tries to play it forward to Lamontier there. He doesn't get it. As now Frankie Brown almost had it from deep there. Ultimately is deflected over the net. That is the second time that Frankie Brown has gotten a shot on goal today. And will be a corner kick for the Hermits. As Byer has checked back in now after the caution, and Calusi will get his first breather of the game. As now the Hermits have the corner kick. Will they go short once again? No, they won't. It's Wilson. Wilson went for it on the header now. As Will Law has it. Tries to get through to Peraza. He's fighting for it. Ultimately does not get it. Hermits retain possession now. It'll be Phillips to throw it in. As now it's Whalen. He's got an open chance. Just a bit right. He beat the keeper, but just slightly off target. Whalen almost had his second of the game. It's Lamontier playing up now. Ocean City trying to push it up the field. Trying to get through this wall of Hermits defense, which they are unsuccessful. Good stop there from Law. Now it's Byer at midfield. Gives it to Frankie Brown, but Frankie could not get there as behind him. And it is Hermits' possession for a handball. As it'll be Ostrander. Now Ocean City has an opportunity here. They're stopped by the Hermits defense, however, as it's CJ Phillips who plays it forward to Whalen. Lamontier making chase. Ultimately overshoots it. Now it's Ostrander. Deflected, however. Matea playing defense. Ultimately, it ends up with Ocean City, however. So we have a stoppage here. And play has continued. Unsure what the stoppage was for, however. As now it's Byer who has it. Trying to push this Hermits offense. So now it's Matea. Pass is deflected. As it's Byer. Tries to get it through, but he can't. Taruso loses his cleat on the offense there. Fuller has it, plays it short. 7 minutes remain. Hermits up 3-1 off of 3 goals coming in the first 20 minutes. Frankie Brown plays it forward to Whalen. Whalen is ultimately outran, though, by Chumakaris. We have a Hermit down here. I believe it's Isaac Patances Peraza. As we will head to break here, we will return when play is continued. As Peraza, the injured Hermit, is helped off the field. As we will resume play here with 6 minutes to go. Hermits up 3-1. And Ocean City is going to start with a drop ball. They're playing it short now. Couple substitutions for the Hermits, including George Henry, who's making a play on the ball there. And also Ryan Wilson. Now it's Ostrander at midfield. Gives off to Lamontier. And is out of bounds. Lamontier will be in for the throw-in. The throw-in is deflected. Lamontier playing defense now as Ocean City has an opportunity. Seems that the Hermits midfielders were playing towards the goal. So Ocean City had kind of an advantage there on that change. Now it's Law Gives it back to Carr. It's Frankie Brown now. Gives it back to Lamentier. Lamentier now will push it forward. And it is ultimately going to go out of bounds. Will be Ocean City possession. Lamentier jumps on it. Frankie Brown is down after collision, but he's back up. So now it's Phillips plays in the middle. What a stop there from Bryce Wilson. No whistles. Great defense there from Wilson. Ocean City, however, will keep with possession. As Byer trying to juggle it. Byer clears it. Caluzzi getting tightly defended there. It's Frankie Brown trying to get past his defender. Plays it up. A competition here for the ball. And ultimately Ocean City will end up with it with 3 minutes to go. So now the Hermits, they're just playing some slow offense. They're up by 2 goals. Trying to take off as much time with the running clock as possible. But Ocean City, they're still going to try to go for try to get the 2 goals that they need here in a very short amount of time. Now it's Ostrander with a deep shot. Hermits almost had a shot on goal there. Now it's Law with the header. They're volleying it back and forth.
2 minutes remain in the second half. 2 minutes.
As we are 2 minutes away from full time. Phillips with it. Goes out of bounds. Will be Hermit possession. As it's Phillips now with the deep throw in. Plays it forward to Caluzzi, but can't get to it. The goalie Fuller will throw it away. Now Ocean City trying to make a push in this final minute now. However, they're stopped by Lamentier, who slows it down. Hermit's playing very aggressive on the ball. Henry tried to jump that. And Law got a little bit too physical there. Ocean City has it. 45 seconds remain. As Alec Bell hits the deck there. Tough fall there. 20 seconds remain. It'll be a throw-in now for Chumakara. And Frankie Brown has it.
10,
And that pretty much will do it.
8,
The Hermits
7,
pick up
6,
another win this
5,
season.
4, 3, 2.
They will improve to 5-0 as they get a week off to prepare for the Vineland Red Hens.
The Hermits of St. Augustine Prep 3. The Red Raiders of Ocean City 1.
By a final score of 3-1,
Ocean City
the
received
Hermits
second action on
stay
Thursday,
undefeated so far this season with a big break ahead. I'm Adam Lewis. Thank you for tuning in, and go Hermits.